You just gotta be super conscious, not just regular. You gotta be like just completely on top of it when you do lift heavier, man, because that little bit extra can go, if you're off just that little bit, it's that much pressure on the joints and everything, it can snap something that much easier. Goodness gracious. Oh me, oh my. Fuck that pussy pop. Some heavy fucking guns, dude. Alright, so didn't hit the 7 rep goal, but those are some heavy ass cunts, dude. I don't know what, from 75 to 85 feels fucking next level, dude. I don't know what the deal is with that, but it just doesn't seem like 5. I mean, my chest is just so stimulated right now. I came back the first time, threw it back too far, had to catch it from like dropping on my damn face. And then on that last one, even coming down with it, man, wow. But dude, good God, is the chest just like taxed right now, but it feels great. Like, I mean, it's just so stimulated. That's crazy, just 5 pounds in each hand makes that much of a difference. I guess I just got, which that's on par. Generally, if y'all check out my 1 rep max calculate video here, you'll see if you do basically whatever weight you do, add 10 pounds to it, you can do 2 more reps. That's how it is for me. So for like, and then dumbbells, you know, it's 5 pounds individually, 10 pounds total. So I did 75s for 8. So that's right on par doing 80s for 6. Those things felt insanely heavy though, but still felt good. Like once I, you know, that first comeback was bad, it was off. But that wasn't anything like form, anything I was just trying to ego lift or off. It was just, the weight got away from me a little bit. And then I pressed in a little bit more. I brought it to my body more on that initial when I fall back and then push up. I brought it in more and pushed up, and I kind of let my arm, I normally come more here, but since it's heavier, I try to keep it more towards the center of my body to have more control, and that actually ended up throwing me off a little bit because I never do that. But during the set, super happy with the control. I felt like all the damn tension was on my chest, which is the goal. Otherwise, lifting the extra heavy weight, there's no benefit in it if it's not gonna be placed on the chest fibers. And now I will say this, doing sets of 7 on even an incline, which would be harder with a barbell, so much easier than a dumbbell. Dumbbell makes your body work so much more because the weight can do anything. You can do all this with a bar, it just goes forward or back, right? You don't have to stabilize that much more. But with a damn barbell, you have to stabilize completely everything. So it's the hardest form of controlling a weight is with, you know, a free weight, with a complete free weight dumbbell in your hands. But it's very good for, you know, working the body, you know, each side individually, which is actually absolutely great. You always want to incorporate some type of, it's called a unilateral work. All right, gonna move into some overhead pressing as the next exercise. Gonna be working with 50s. I think this is the first time I've ever hit 50s on overhead press. I'll record that for that reason. And then I'm gonna warm up my back though. Go ahead and foam on my back. Do a couple warm-up sets on the rows to let my front delts recover. And then after I foam on my back, do a couple warm-up sets for my back, I'll get into warming up for my delts. You don't wanna jump straight from pressing straight into incline or overhead pressing. You can do that, but you're not gonna be able to move as much weight. You're not gonna be able to get as many reps, whatever weight you're using, because your front delts are getting worked a lot. You know, flat pressing, bam, flexing, stretching, flexing, you know what I'm saying, then you're you know, even though I'm trying to put all the tension on my side delt, it's still getting hit a lot, and it will hinder in sense. Now, if you don't really care that much about your shoulders as much, don't worry about it, but my main priorities is chest, shoulders, and then back, and that's why I order them in that way. Whatever your priority is, you always want to order them in that way, so that's why I do it like that. It's a little tip for warming up. You just don't want to jump back to back into it. You want to give that muscle a break while you're not just sitting here doing nothing. I'm going ahead and foam rolling my back. That's something I'm going to do anyway, and then doing warm up on my back, my rows. Going to do that anyway. It just saves time. It doesn't save time. It just, instead of doing it and doing overhead press and then come back and rolling and then doing all the warm-ups for rowing, I'm just doing that some, let my front delts rest, come back doing overhead press. So I don't know if I said this in the last clip, but that was indeed a PR. Got one extra rep and I controlled the weight a whole hell of a lot better. So that's almost like 2 PRs because there was more time under tension on the targeted muscle and an extra rep, which is great. And that heavy weight, man, like it almost makes you want to be like, screw that, you know, it's not worth it. But you just got to be super conscious, not just regular. You got to be like just completely on top of it when you do lift heavier, man, because that little bit extra can go, if you're off just that little bit, it's that much pressure on the joints and everything. It can snap something that much easier.